Well, hello, everybody, and happy Friday. It must be Friday because it's Boss Rush. Woo! Yay! Oh, what a rush, just a stumble to the starting line. But as always, that's the kind of professionalism you can expect from us because knuckleheads. My name's Chris Melissinos. I'm the principal evangelist for video games here at AWS. That's the day job. And with me...
Hey, I'm Dean Takahashi, editorial director at GameSpeed.
Yes, and down there chomping on something.
Sorry, I'm trying to stop. There's another one here. It's taunting me. Hey, I'm Mark DeLoura. I am exec director at GDC and longtime games and learning technologist.
And with us today, our special guest and friend, Mr. Richard Browne. How are you, sir?
I'm well this morning. I'm very well. I'm enjoying the dulcet sound of Dean's fan still.
Yeah, I know. Dean, you may have to kill that fan, buddy. I told you, I've threatened Dean that I'm going to go to his house when I'm in San Francisco next. I'm going to set up his audio rig and everything for him. And I'm going to, let me see, where is it? I'm going to get one giant button that you're going to hit to go live and then one to go, and we'll just auto switch everything. We'll get that all done.
Sounds great.
Oh my goodness. Susan is away traveling. She sent us a lovely picture from the airport waiting to get to going. But we're all here and we get to talk about game industry news of the week. A lot of stuff. Well, there's always just a lot of stuff going on, but yeah, I'm ready to jump into it. Well, since we have Richard joining us today, Richard, what's going on, man? Tell us what's top of brain for you today.
Man, I got a big list of stuff that I was pondering about, but I think the top of my list was Itagaki-san passing, which was very sad. Way too young, incredibly talented guy. Got to spend a week with him in Shanghai, of all places, in 2010. We were there with the XDS team who were doing outsourcing trips for Devil's Third at THQ. I spent a week going and having dinner and going to outsource studios and drinking with him. And truly a wild and crazy guy, genuine rock star, lovely bloke with his entourage, and made some incredible games. And it's just a bit devastating. Makes me feel old.
Yeah, I hear this.
Yeah, I mean, just a towering figure, right? And just a personality that swallowed up the room every time he was there. Whether it was him, the people around him, fans of his, right? And the post that was made to his Facebook page, if those of you hadn't seen it, it was entitled Last Words. He says, "The flame of my life is finally about to go out. If this message has been posted, it means that time has come and I'm no longer in this world. This final post has been entrusted to someone dear to me. My life was a constant battle and I kept on winning. I also caused a lot of trouble along the way. I take pride in having fought through it all, following my own convictions. I have no regrets. I only feel deep sorrow that I could never deliver new work to all of my fans. That's just how it is. And so it goes." So yeah, it... gone way too soon. And, we have incredible art and stories and characters that he's left behind. And so our thoughts and best comforting wishes go out to his family and friends and for those that knew him best. So we'll miss his voice for sure. Absolutely for sure. So
he's very, very much a maverick, and noted in my story that he was one of the very few big Japanese game developers that embraced Xbox when it was first coming out back in 2001, and took some chutzpah to sort of buck the trend there, where all the developers were rallying around PlayStation and Nintendo, right? So.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
There were some very good reasons for that.
Yeah, true.
But we do what gets our games funded.
Even so, like
and
many of the
allows us
others
to
didn't
create
take that
art.
money, right?
So I have no issue with that. Yeah, I mean, Devil's Third, I think, unfortunately was a casualty of the THQ downsizing, and I think being with Nintendo just really never got to see really what that game could have been, because it had to be a little bit, well, not many people saw it on a Wii U for one, and it was kind of shied away, but it was actually it was a great pitch and actually a lot of fun game as a multiplayer game. So I wish we'd seen more of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
Yep. I remember all the run-up conversations for Devil's Third at THQ. It's just gonna stick in my mind forever now. All the conversations about what that title could have been,
Yeah.
in the early days.
And Dean may have noticed that I muted him here because that fan is blowing out all of the mics. So just unmute yourself when you're ready to talk, Dean, because I know it probably gets hot in that room. No, you need to unmute yourself in our video thing there. I can think, actually, yeah, I can unmute you. Yeah, unfortunately, that fan is just blowing across your mic, and it's just...
Seriously, because I can barely hear it myself.
No, on your side you can't. On this side, when the fan is blowing and hits a mic, it drops out everybody else's mics, right? So,
I know,
but now it's better. I don't know if you just moved it or something.
The weird thing is that there's nothing different than I'm doing than I've always done, right? And so,
oh, that is weird then. Huh.
Yeah.
The cat moved it.
That's it. Definitely. All right, we will go ahead and soldier
Point it the other way.
But if I moved 5 feet away from the machine, I would not hear it.
Yeah.
It's that soft.
Yeah.
Well, you sound okay to me right now.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see. We will see how it goes. Thanks, Dean. Though. All right. Other big news, Dean. What is top of your brain? Yeah, Rick said, sounds like the fan of my old computer. That's okay. We got it. All right, Dean. What's going on, buddy? Tell us what's big.
Well, the ever-zany Tim Schafer has a game out today. It's called Keeper, and it is a game where you play a lighthouse with 4 feet underneath the lighthouse, and you're only sort of your other companion is a seabird that sits on top of the lighthouse.
Huh.
Direct. So it's a very strange game that could only come from the mind of Tim Schafer, but in this case, it actually came from the mind of one of the artists, Lee Petty, I guess. And so, I don't know. What is this?
Looks beautiful. It's reviewing really well.
I think so. Yeah, it's been in the works for quite a while, I think, and. It's a short experience, 4 to 6 hours or so, and it's the wackiest thing I've ever seen.
Yay! I'm excited now.
Yeah, I mean, I love that Tim is also one of those people that just bucks the trend all the time, or he just makes the stuff that he wants to make, and just insanely creative and. Also, one of the funniest people in the whole industry. The guy is amazing.
If you're tired of making the sort of cinematic Battlefield videos, then I think this is a nice little break in between the launches of Battlefield 6 and Call of Duty.
Awesome.
Speaking of Battlefield 6, they sold 7 million copies right off the bat in 3 days. So it's the biggest franchise launch ever for Battlefield.
Oh wow,
it's doing amazing.
Yeah. No, I'm
just waiting for the CCU on Steam to drop to about 90,000, so everyone can say it's dead.
Right.
Oh my God!
Oh no!
But it's doing spectacular. And actually, speaking of a parallel online game, Arc Raiders playtest came out today as well. Mm-hmm. They've got a very smart, I think. They're doing a free weekend like a couple of weeks before they launch.
Mhm.
And so they were over 100,000 CCU this morning in the first couple of hours. So
Yeah, they launched at
maybe an extraction shooter that works.
Wow.
They launched at TwitchCon, and I guess that's a interesting strategy to get in front of all the creators right off the bat. So did Quantic Dream did the same thing with their brand new game Spellcasters Chronicles, and that's like a 3v3 MOBA-like game, and they also debuted at TwitchCon as well. So
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Awesome.
Not what you'd
going
expect
on
from
in
them.
San Diego now.
Yeah. Very good. All right. Mark, what you got, buddy? What do you want to share here?
I got really bad lighting. That's what I got today. That's what I'm noticing.
Oh no, you handsome guy.
Hey, you know, we didn't talk about. I just realized we didn't talk about last week was Mark Cerny sitting down with the SVP of AMD and talking about some PS6 tech.
What?
What? I know. There's a YouTube video. Project Amethyst.
Compression. We're back to 1991 again.
Talking about compression. Yeah, it's like the never-ending story. It's always about
Yeah,
compression.
I still gotta sit through that and listen to it.
Yeah, it's pretty short. It's 8 minutes. Well, 9 minutes, almost 9 minutes. Yeah, I thought was super interesting about it. Well, it was the first bit of news that I recall seeing, about PS6 tech. And that it largely focused around optimizations to the way the chip is designed to support, compression, but AI, LLMs, communication between components of the chip that are pretty low-level things, but that should have a really dramatic impact on the performance. I was excited. I'm going to go watch it again, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I think the interesting thing is, it's a notable shift towards power not being the issue, but rather cost. I think everybody's aware at this point that the PS6, whenever it comes out, and I don't think it'll be 27, I think that would be stupid. But when it does come out, I think cost is actually a bigger issue than performance. So making things work, if they can keep it at the same price as the PS5 is, that's great. And if they can do a PS5 Switch cheaper, then even better. But
especially if the tariffs are still happening by then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, it's always awesome to hear Mark talk, right? Because
right.
not only just huge brain on him, but he's also able to distill down what he's thinking into terms that most people can understand or relate them back to industry norms and standards, right?
He's the Mr. Rogers of the video game business. I mean, you can sit there. I love that.
That's such flattery.
He came to a round table I did at DICE this year, and he was just so Mark. He's so lovely, and he's so genuine and really does make it easy to listen to.
Yes.
It's just like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I want to listen to you anyway.
Yeah.
It's kind of
You sit there and go,
Is that right?
Yes.
It is great. He's one of the small number of people out there who can speak at multiple levels simultaneously, right? Tell you about the low level inter-chiplet communication design at the same time that he's saying, here's why that's important to make the ray tracing work more quickly in the latest game. That's a seriously good skill to have.
Yep, absolutely it is. Yeah, I just go, it's magic, right?
A few years' time, though, is a little worrisome. It's like he's signaling that it's not ready, ready to sort of be pushed out.
Still in simulation,
right?
Which is good. I mean, I think once you've got 4K 60 frames a second, there's nowhere to go, right?
What?
I mean, especially with
640K, man. I thought that was the top.
Oh, listen to you. Listen to you.
I mean, because we're hitting a point where the next generation of gamers don't care about any of how it looks, right?
What?
I mean,
Yeah, the Roblox and Fortnite fans, right? They're a generation behind for graphics.
Yes. Look, I mean, if we want to talk about 120 hertz, 240 hertz for first-person shooters for the people that are right there at that edge, they're dropping $5,000 on the rig that they're playing on anyway. But when you talk about the massive amount of people that are playing, that's exactly right. In fact, I even changed the banner on my LinkedIn profile for quotes that I've made over the years. And one of them is that what people really care about is the fidelity of contact over the fidelity of content, right? So it's, can I get to what I want, the people that I love, as fast as possible? It may not be the most optimal, but it suffices in that immediate moment. And we're seeing that across, again, the fact that it's Mindscape and Roblox that are, sucking all the oxygen out of the room. That doesn't mean we don't continue to push those things. It doesn't mean we don't continue to build on that, because we're certainly nowhere near done. But
did you say Mindscape, by the way?
Say again?
Did you say Mindscape?
No.
Mindscape.
Did I say Mindscape or did I say Minecraft? Oh, I said Mindscape. Oh, I'm going to let myself out. So thank you. Thank you. Especially since it's Java, my goodness gracious. Hey, Dean, thanks for bringing that up. My pain. Yes, it was Minecraft, not Mindscape, which is totally different, but also still in our industry.
one is the biggest IP in the world, and one is the dead company that Phil Harrison once that worked at.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Exactly.
Nice.
Woo! Didn't they do Captain Blood?
No. Captain Blood
Was that
was
Doma?
Air Informatique in France, I think.
Oh, maybe they published in the US.
They may have published it in the US.
Oh, we'll
They
see.
did a freaky little Windows game where you fired missiles at the other player. Yeah, I forgot that. It was like one of the very first Windows games I played.
Oh yeah.
Let me see.
Gosh, now I'm looking it up too. I'm like, man, that's
Let's see who's gonna get there first. Yes, Captain Blood Mindscape most likely refers to 2025 pirate-themed action game.
It was Air Informatique. I was correct with the developer, but it was published by Infogrames.
Referring to Mindscape, the publisher of the older game. Or it could simply be a creative term for the game's pirate world. So in the US, it was Mindscape. Captain Blood, PC game, Mindscape Inc., Amiga 512K. Listen, if you're going to take a shot at the king, you better not miss, buddy.
no kings.
I was in Europe. I'm giving you the European information.
You're just like, yeah, man.
Who did
Look,
the title theme?
where it was created,
What was
that's
great about the title theme? The title theme was Jean-Michel Jarre. They digitized Zuluk.
Okay, now listen to me. Yes.
That game was weird, man. I loved it, but it was weird.
You need to be holding some tea with the pinky out when you say those things.
And you got water.
Find that old game.
All right.
Well, there's another oldie story out.
Yes, there
this week.
is.
We did a story on Echo the Dolphin.
A
game jam. 33 years after it came out on the Dreamcast there.
Yeah.
That was fun to see. I talked a bit to Ed Annunziata, the original designer and producer on the game, and they set up in a bar in Pacifica, I guess, last night, and had about an 8-hour game jam. So.
Oh, I love that. I love
awesome.
that. And the fact that we're still going back to Echo, right? There he is. There's Ed. So did you all play the Echo games when they came out?
The first one.
I've heard a little bit of it, not enough to know what the whole thing was about. But yeah, I think I remember bumping sharks, I guess, and stuff like that, with your dolphin.
Yes, but what I also loved is how they first of all, the Dreamcast one, right? That was like, oh my gosh, like this thing is just incredible the way it looks. But I also remember they were one of the first games on the Sega CD to use Q sound, if you remember that. So if you sat right in the perfect spot, it didn't even move, like you could hear surround sound, but from two speakers.
3D sound,
right? And I was like, that's amazing, right? So, pretty amazing. Well, Dean, you also published another story about another older video game piece here, which was Rachel Kaiser on your team. The Nest celebrates its 40th anniversary this week.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Right? With Frank Cifaldi.
Yeah, she had a nice conversation with Frank.
Yeah, and that's part of the GB Max, so make sure you subscribe so you can get access to the article here. But yeah, I mean, when we're talking about really digging into all of the esoteric story, right, for a lot of game history, Frank and the work they do in the Video Game History Foundation, I mean, that's just the place to go, right? And full disclosure, I'm a founding board member of the organization as well, and love the work that they do there. And if you go over to the Video Game History Foundation, they've got just these incredible deep blogs, all the stuff that they are just constantly unearthing. And, you know, I went to take a look at kind of the team makeup there. So they have an awesome team that's working at the foundation. And if you take a look at all the different companies that the board and the people that are working there.
That's the old THQ logo.
Yeah, there's the old THQ logo. There you go, buddy. There you go.
Holy cow.
Yeah, right?
Oh, he put it up because of the Sun Microsystems
That's
logo,
right.
though.
Shh. Yeah, buddy.
Look how big it is.
Yes, Sun
I think
Microsystems.
the NES is one of the only consoles that I never worked on a published game for.
Really?
We did develop, we were developing hard driving on the NES with a pack-in special chip that would go on the cart, even though it was actually doing 3D using characters. So using a character map to do 3D, and we actually had it running. A guy called Mark Morris, very smart Australian guy who was quite the character, was sat in our office in the UK at Domark for months and months and months trying to get that working. And then Simon Nickel was doing License to Kill for us on the NES, and I don't think we ever got that finished either. So worked on a couple of games on it, but never. I don't think either of them were ever published.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
I never had one.
You never had what?
It was more like an arcade and PC games rat. You know?
Yeah, in that era.
So you never had what?
An NES?
You never had an NES?
Yeah.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Christmas gift.
One of those families, I think, where it's okay to get a PC, but not a game console, right? So.
Got it.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Europe was very much Sega domain back in those days. The Master System outsold the NES massively.
Yeah, which technically was also a better system, right? And that's the thing. Technology doesn't always win out, right?
That's true.
Just ask 3DO. Wait, what? Okay, so I should also mention Elio in the chat here has said, hey, Chris, today is the 10th anniversary of Game Jam Plus, and they're supporting it in Brazil and Portugal among 50 countries live worldwide.
What?
So that's awesome. That's awesome.
Game Jam Plus.
Yeah.
What is that? I've never heard that.
It's
Sounds
Ribbit,
awesome.
It's like Ribbit King Plus, but game jams.
Wait.
Let me see. Game Jam Plus. Yeah, 48-hour development marathon right here.
Yeah.
And here we go.
There you go.
Well, that's super awesome.
Yeah,
Right.
so definitely go ahead and check that out.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. Amazing. Very, very cool. All right. So, what other big news do we have for the week?
Did you get the big Windows 10 pop up this week?
Oh, about it no longer being supported?
Yeah. My brother texted me. He's like, I just got an entire screen pop up on my computer that said Windows 10 is end of life. Yeah. I was like, yep.
I didn't get it because I'm running Windows NT at home.
Yeah, right. My 3.1 can't handle full screen.
Right? Yeah.
I think the biggest Microsoft news of the week was the launch of ROG Ally.
Mm-hmm.
The ROG Ally S and X.
Yeah, let's discuss that a little bit.
Now you can not play Xbox console games, but you can stream Xbox console games, and you can play PC games and Steam games on a handheld
Yeah.
for $1,000. So,
For $1,000.
well, it's for the X, right? The S is 700,
Yes.
I think. So yeah, I think it's still a very luxury item
Yes.
for people mostly, but it's an interesting device to say the least, and most people seem to be saying it's very good. So
Yeah, I mean,
There
it's
was a
good,
brand new machine launched this week.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Is this
sorry.
an older machine that you're talking about?
no, this is the
No.
new one.
I meant for Dean. Dean was also bringing that up. Yeah. So the ROG Ally X. There's been, I've been watching a lot of reviews on it.
Xbox Ally X is actually the name.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the ROG Xbox
It's
Ally.
I just call it
awkward
Roger
name
Ally.
ever.
The Republic of Gamers Xbox Ally X.
Yeah. And the ROG Xbox Ally to go with it. The
Right.
cheaper version. Yeah.
Exactly. Great.
But it's
name.
the thing that everybody sort of winces over, I think, is the $1,000 price for the ROG Xbox Ally X. $700 for the ROG Xbox Ally.
Right.
And yikes. But when you hold it though, I have one. There we go.
Oh,
Look at it.
Bam.
wow.
Nice looking machine here.
So
When you
big.
turn it on with this button, the
Oh, God, another fan.
there's enough of windows in here to recognize your fingerprint, and then
cool.
so then it boots right into your account, right? So that's nice screen,
Pretty.
having a screen and all that. I think the $1,000 price. I think it reflects the tariffs, but it also reflects the problem that they had with the original Xbox when it launched, and they were planning it. They were planning to use Dell, right? They were talking to Dell a lot, and this is made by Asus, right? It's not made by Microsoft. So Asus needs to have its profit margin, and Microsoft needs to have its profit margin too, and so when Microsoft figured out back in 2001, that this is not going to fly, this is not going to work, they decided to make it themselves, right? In this case, I think they were designing something, but they decided to go with Asus. And when you do that, and when you have an OEM that needs its own profit margin, the price goes up, right? So
I'm not
Yep,
sure
that's
Microsoft's making anything off that.
mhm.
I mean, Asus are obviously, they have to have their margin, but I think Microsoft's thing is if you have this thing, you'll get Game Pass, and that's where we want our money from. So I'm sure
so
Microsoft
they
is
can
just,
eat it. They can eat it, and that was the old way of launching consoles too, right? You ate it, but
Razor and
Nintendo
razor
never had
blades.
to go there. Even at $250 machines, they were not eating it. They were making a profit, right? But they also didn't have to pay a profit to an OEM.
Anybody gone down the bomb and tried to figure out what the cost of goods is inside?
Oh, I don't know.
I
I'm
think
not sure what
next
the
week
process
somebody
is.
will have ripped it apart. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone's ripped it apart.
Keep an eye on
yet.
iFixit.com.
I doubt they're making a massive margin on it.
I bet they don't know what prices are anymore, though.
Yeah,
It's
so
like
good
all
point.
those little components.
Nobody
It is,
does.
yeah, but I mean, it is going to be really interesting to see how it all plays out. Right? Yes, it is a luxury item at $1,000. It's 1080p, 60 hertz is pretty much where it tops out unplugged, and so and the battery life on it, of course, is going to be at that performance curve. The battery life is apparently a lot lower. You can go ahead and I think for some modern games, some of the reviewers are like, you can run a lot of modern games at medium, at medium, effects and everything else. But
the nice thing is almost like a Steam Deck in that there's more than 1,000 games you can play on it right now.
Yeah, it's amazing.
yes, yeah, and it is awesome, and that that they are kind of figuring out ways to go and bring that Xbox experience outside of their own hardware. And you're right. I mean, making hardware is a very difficult thing to do. What I find really interesting though is with $1,000 handheld also saying, well, your $30 streamer can streaming stick can also play all of these games too, right? Creates this kind of gulf of, Well, if that's the case, I could probably stream those things down to my Steam Deck, right? Or down to another device, right? So that is really for the people that want to play core, that want to go in and play locally, and are going to use it, let's face it, right, as a replacement for desktop PC type of gaming, right?
Which I
great.
don't think it is, right? So that to me is the big problem with this whole process, this whole model is that
It's sexy.
I've got a desktop PC. I don't really need a handheld PC. And yes, there's 1,000 games, but if you're not connected to the internet and you're on a plane, a lot of those will not work.
But you can download it locally, right?
Right.
And play on a plane?
Yes,
Yeah.
anything. But how many PC games do you play that aren't online anyway?
All
Most of them. I
Well,
don't play online.
But I
Just 'cause
play
of who I am.
on my phone.
yeah, good point.
I'm still downloading a bunch of Call of Duty stuff on this.
Oh,
But, the nice
gigabytes
thing
like
is
that.
that I really
It's
like
pretty.
the handle.
grips.
Right?
Yeah.
The controller is an Xbox controller, right? And
Yeah.
it's, it just feels good and feels like I can play Call of Duty on this no problem because I
gotta,
got an Xbox controller on anyway, right?
Yeah.
So,
You got to tell us how that goes when you get it set up, because I mean, we're all like, yeah, it's $1,000, but it's still a damn sexy piece of kit. And
Yeah, it is. Of course it is. My
hear
biggest
how it
problem,
goes.
Dean, is I can't keep buying all of those pieces of kit. You know, like I still have a kid in college. And Matt Anderson in the chat says they needed to make an Xbox larger than the original Xbox controller. That's why they made it.
It's the Duke Pro.
that's right.
I
The
love
Duke version of this would look funny.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually went up to Microsoft. Was there the day that Seamus got the original Duke controller in.
Oh,
Yeah.
And we were working. I was working for Universal at the time, and so we'd done a lot of PS2 stuff. And we went up there and we were demoing our lovely Bruce Lee game that was appalling. And he took us in. He's like, "It's just come in. It's just come in. We got the controller in." And three of us put it in our hands and went, "You're kidding."
oh no.
And it was like, it's huge, right? You're used to playing on a PlayStation control down here, and this thing's out here. It was like, it was a crazy choice, but Western hands made it a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had somebody here in the chat as well, Joshua Ortega, that said, Xbox was a genius Microsoft move. I was there in 2006 plus co-created Gears, and Phil is a genius who loves games. And I'm like, absolutely.
Truth.
And yeah, just an amazing team there. But see, Dean, when you say, or Mark, rather, when you say words like sexy kit, that's completely subjective because, here is another piece of sexy kit. Atari is releasing the Intellivision Sprint. So this is a new Intellivision that has wireless Intellivision controls.
What?
And is coming loaded with
those in the day.
I know. And so I'm like, I'm trying to thin down my collection at home. How can I keep buying all of these just delicious pieces of amazing kit? It's crazy. I mean, and of course, you saw the Atari 2600 Pac-Man version, right?
Oh my God.
Yes.
That's horrible.
No, it's beautiful. No,
Actually,
not
Atari
only
2600.
not only is it beautiful. Check this out. You can get all of the different colored controllers that are also named after the ghosts, right? So you can collect the whole set.
Inky, Blinky, Stinky, Dinky. I don't know.
Clyde.
Inky, Blinky,
Clyde.
Pinky, Clyde.
Pinky, Clyde.
That's right. Worst controller, Atari Jaguar, and I had to use the thing every day. Jane, I know you. Jane worked on Alien vs. Predator over there at Atari, and I did a wonderful interview with Jane that I still need to finish editing. And my apologies, I promise it'll be out before the end of the year. I love the Atari Jaguar controller. Actually, my hands are pretty big, so it was very comfortable to play with. Right, but
And it had
anyway,
a
yes.
keypad on it.
Yeah. So anyway, so when we talk about, sexy kit, this one, the Intellivision Sprint.
Is this Intellivision version actually going to come out? It's not like the Amico.
Oh,
Again.
I know. Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Yes.
Sad.
Yes. I've seen that kit, the actual dev kits for that piece. We know the person who actually created the controllers.
It's coming out
for
on
it.
December 5th, right? So.
Yeah, and it comes with 45 built-in games. But I think their ad campaign was something like "Time to bury the hatchet." Atari and Intellivision, like, together now, right?
Wow.
Kind of thing. So, I just can't stay away from this
Give me a
stuff.
ColecoVision, man. Give me a ColecoVision.
Oh, yes.
Nice. Coming
Yes.
soon.
Yes. From the Connecticut Leather Company.
That's all I need in my life.
That's right. So long as it comes in one of those big blue Coleco toboggans when we were kids. Do you remember those sleds? Like that it was ColecoVision and Coleco toboggans. Those were the best from the Coleco Leather Company. Rick Velez in the chat says the first old Atari consoles come back now on television. What's next? Coleco? Yes, right there.
There you go.
You
Nice.
got it right. Yes. You just made Richard's day.
My wealthy American friend when I was at school, who got me into American football and to loving all things America because he had a popcorn machine that you pour butter into or put butter into.
Oh, yeah.
Butter popcorn, and I'm like, this is magic. You only get buttered popcorn at the movie theater. But he had a ColecoVision, including with the turbo steering wheel add-on. So we used to go over his house and just like be amazed.
All right. Look.
He had a Bally entertainment system.
Bally
as well,
Astrocade?
like
Whoa.
the
Yeah.
controller that was shaped like a gun. And had a
Yes.
little-
Yeah. So, Mark, we have one of those Bally Astrocades in Alan Brooks' arcade now in the
nice.
speakeasy they have. So when you all come out to DC, we get to go over to the arcade and check this out. So I'll share one quick story about ColecoVision when I was a kid, growing up in New York, and you had to walk everywhere. And then when one kid would get, like when my buddy got a VIC-20 and I was like, what is this machine? We were just using trash 80s, and you'd have to walk, 5 city blocks. But before it got dark, just to play Omega Race for 10 minutes, where you had to walk all the way back, right? But there were this family, and I went to school with one of their daughters who was very cute, and I got to go and hang out at the house and play ColecoVision with her and her sister and everything, but. When we opened the Art of Video Games at the Hudson River Museum in New York, her parents showed up. Completely surprised me. These people are just absolutely lovely, love them to death. And the father said to me, yeah, I remember there were times that I would come home from work and the girls wouldn't even be home, but you would be sitting in our den playing ColecoVision. So it was just
Nice.
like, oh yeah, the cute girl I have a crush on isn't home, but that's okay. Can I still come in and play with the ColecoVision? Would that be good? And so they did, and they were very gracious, right? So shout out to my friends. All right. All right, yeah, the Coleco, I just learned what it means. Coleco is the Connecticut Leather Company. Yeah, absolutely. All righty. What if anybody in the chat has other news or questions or things that?
Oh, I got another one, by the way.
Yeah.
I think I need to pimp this. Owlcat Games has
Yeah.
put out a learning resource.
I was just looking at that.
I think that is just absolutely outstanding. They did it
Yep.
with like Fireshine and 11-bit, and Midwest, and Gaijin, I think, have helped them on it. But it's basically a whole resource for game developers that is just brilliant.
No, what is this?
Owlcat.games/learning.
Okay, let's go
Yes.
check that out. Owlcat Games.
Owlcat.games/learning.
It's a fantastic little resource for programming and design and HR and
here we
publishing
go.
and PR and directing and localization and everything. It's absolutely spectacular.
Wow.
So
Well,
pimp
that's
that.
fantastic.
Yeah,
There's so
it's
much
awesome.
here. I think we need a guide like Richard to point out the interesting things to start out with. If you're a
Just start at the top and go through it. I have
So
a lot.
I'm going through the books, so looking
I
for
was just
mline. I'm
plugging-
like,
I was
30
just
in.
plugging through it yesterday. It's great. It's really cool.
yeah, it's great. It's super awesome.
Wow, that is awesome. And we also see down here that one of the contributing partners is Midwest Games,
Yes,
which
Ben,
is pretty fantastic.
love the man.
Yeah, so at the beginning of November, is the MDev 25, which is the Midwest Games Conference. Our friend Gordon Bellamy, who is going to be out there to deliver the day one keynote. And I was honored to be asked to deliver the day two keynote. So I will be out there to deliver that and talk about why
ColecoVision.
we're going to talk that will now make it into it for sure. And I'll save, what the topic is going to be for when we do the conference. But it was a real. What's that? No. I know what I want to talk about, but I have to frame it in a way that lets us collectively take a breath and understand what we do and why it's important in the world and why why game developers are amazing and all that stuff, right? So anyway, so I'll be out there doing that. So, and I get to watch Gordon's presentation on the first day, so I figure out how to go ahead and best him on the second day. So that's what it's all about.
That's hard to
Well,
best,
and
Gordon.
if you're gonna say about that one, then we've got to let Dean talk about the San Francisco.
Yeah,
event.
we have Gordon Bellamy at our conference too, our GameSpeed Next conference coming on November 12th and 13th in San Francisco.
Nice.
See, Dean's upset now.
I'm trying to fill in
exclusivity.
a lot of the last open speaking slots now. Got some MC slots available still. But it should be a good one. We've got the CEO of Discord coming and speaking for the
Oh, cool.
that'd
be great.
Mama Saknini, and we've got Randy Pitchford coming back, and I think we've got Andy Kleinman, who's one of the people that brought James Bond to Electronic Arts. So some good stuff, and it should be fun. But yeah, we're in the 90-ish sort of speakers at the moment.
That's awesome, Dean. That is awesome. Yeah, as I was saying to you before, I'm sorry I'm not going to be able to be out there. I'm actually doing another keynote in overseas, so I won't be able to be there to participate. But out at RovioCon actually. So
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's the travel just stacked up for the end of the year. So I'm right now I'm making sure that I can still be in on Fridays and getting a lot of this workflow onto my MacBook. So that way, when I'm away, we can still keep this going, right? All right. Let's see. What other big... So there was a story...
Personnel.
Good.
Some personnel stuff going on this week. It's very interesting.
Let's hear it.
Ben Brinkman's
snoring
gone
going
over
on.
to 31st Union.
I think
that's Mark.
That might be Mark's dog.
That is either Peach or Bowser snoring.
Oh, you're getting the full-on Bowser snore. Sorry. I'm never sure when that's coming through. I need an audio monitor.
You're good. Let me see. There, I'll get your noise gate turned on. Fantastic. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm going to do. There we go.
There is a very big story that we haven't mentioned yet, too. And that was General Intuition, which has
Dean.
inside of it a company called
I had it
Metal.
right there. I had it right there ready for you, buddy.
They raised $133.7 million. In I guess it is a record deal for a seed funding for a game company. So they are building what they call an AI frontier research lab for games, and not that many people. But I think the big reason that they got that much money, and also, I mean, it's AI, it's hot in that sense, but they got it because Metal also has 10 million is it monthly gamers, I think, and so it's got a strong revenue stream already that's coming in from Metal, and then this is kind of a pivot, but or also like a recapitalization, so that a lot of what they're going to focus on in the future is different kinds of AI related gameplay. They are creating models, LLMs, that are different. I think they're not like text to 3D game models. They're saying that they're doing spatial. Was it spatial and what's the other word?
Oh, yeah, you had it.
More like visual.
Temporal.
Yeah.
Let me see.
So to do with physical spaces and to do with time.
Yeah, right. So environments that are they're trying to create environments that are intelligent and that will adapt to whatever the gamer is doing, and then change dynamically for the gamer,
right?
Depending on what they're doing. So it's more visual oriented sort of intelligence, I guess, that's perceiving what you're doing inside a game world, and then the environment of the game world is supposed to change.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very unique approach, I think.
Yeah. I think it is interesting, too, that one of the comments that their CEO said is that they want to be very aware of the artistry, right? And that goes into making video games. He said right here, as a public benefit corporation, or you report, Dean, DeWitt said the firm will not develop technology that replaces game developers, designers, or artists. We have a different perspective we want to share. It's like making your artist superhuman with AI, right? And we've talked about this before here, and then just also in conversation, right? That the way we should be thinking about these AI tools and stuff, which, I'm using them in prototyping ideas and things like that over here, is how do we go ahead and allow you to do more, to iterate faster, to ideate, to share. Actually, one of the things I think is going to be really interesting about the way we can start using tools, some of the, especially in larger teams, some of the friction comes in when we have, the design side versus engineering side. And when designers are trying to go ahead and communicate what they want from a technical perspective, sometimes that doesn't land, or engineering deliver, kind of translate that and says, oh, is this what you wanted? It's like, no, that's not what I wanted at all. So being able to use tools, like one of the tools that we launched is called Kiro, and being able to just vibe code through it, or go ahead and set it up, or use the tool as kind of in a more structured way, puts the ideation in the hands of natural language and design, so we can see if that is exactly what you wanted, and then can be integrated into engineering or vice versa. It's the same thing here. So it is wonderful to see, leaders in this space saying, hey, let's figure out how to use these tools to help game developers do more, create more for their players without trying to replace them, because it's art, right? It's art made by humans for other humans. So very important that we always kind of keep that lens, right, as we build these techs out.
I don't understand how this is different from the physical intelligence stuff that's being done right now. Do you know, Dean?
You mean like humanoid robots or something?
I'm trying to remember that woman's name. She was doing research. The Stanford AI professor who left and started up her own company and got like $2 billion in funding right away is doing basically spatial reasoning so that you can train robots more effectively, but it's called physical intelligence. That's right. What I thought that this was about. The general intelligence thing was maybe like physical intelligence training, but using game worlds. But I'm like having a hard time tracking down actual info.
Yep. Yeah, and David Christie here in the chat says AI in
spatial temporal reasoning, right? So
I don't know. It's the AI sector. Make up buzzwords and we'll eventually figure out what they mean.
Well, Dave Christie here in the chat said AI in development. AI in development, ideation, and to boost production speeds. Absolutely. AI assets being used to whole shot in games. Not so much. I did run across, this is where, look, we all know where we are, right? In the hype cycle around some of it, or people not understanding, right, what it is they're looking at. Somebody had done a post that said, this AI just single-shotted Mac OS in the browser. All applications, and you go and it's like, it's mimicking in HTML5 the look of an OS, but none of the stuff works. The browser does it's like, no,
If I see another version of Doom being played by AI,
yeah.
it's just rendering back and forth from a video.
Exactly. It's like, no, it didn't just one shot an OS with a single prompt, but important to know what we're looking at. Right.
So for Mark, maybe the example he brings up, like in the conversation, was like, you could hard code an AI character to unlock a door, right? But in this case, the door is there, the doorknob's there, and the AI character figures out that it can open the door. And
well, haven't we done that for like 40 years?
That's what they mean, I think, by this spatial temporal reasoning, right?
Yeah, that feels really similar to the. Thank you for clarifying that. I think that it's pretty much exactly the same as the physical intelligence stuff that this Stanford AI professor is doing. But maybe there's some distinction where it comes to using game worlds versus camera input or something. But yeah, we'll be curious to keep an eye on it. I mean, that's a great amount of investment. So if they have some amazing stuff that we can utilize in the game industry, fantastic.
Yep, agreed, 100%. And I just also want to go on to say that, look, everybody's trying to figure this out. So not throwing shade at people, right? We're trying to figure out how to best communicate what we're seeing and how to use it. So all love, right, to everybody posting this stuff, exactly. Right? I mean,
cool shit, and then share it with us.
That's right. So again, no shade to to the stuff I was talking about. We're all on this discovery together, right? So, hey, I know we're going to run up to the end. We're already running up to the end of the show here today. I did want to bring up. Have you all been checking out NextFest on Steam?
Nope.
Oh, you need to be doing this.
I'm still judging dev jams. I've got loads of things I'm playing.
Yeah, so NextFest, a celebration of upcoming games. So this is where you basically get to trial demos of games that are going to be coming out. So everything has a demo behind it that you can download to play. Power Wash Simulator 2, yes, of course it's on my wish list.
Final Sentence, I hear, is fantastic.
Right. So Final Sentence, have you seen this, Dean or Mark?
No.
A battle royale typing game. With other players, you find yourself in a hangar with a typewriter in front of you and a revolver loaded with a single bullet at your temple. Every mistake can be fatal, so you can't mistype. And you're typing against each other.
Oh, I like that.
Right? A new battle royale game where you're typing. If Mavis Beacon shows up somewhere, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like Typing of the Dead, I used to love that game. I'm a terrible typist, by the way. But yeah, that one looks really, really cool. And then friends of ours, Probably Monsters, has a new game that they just released. The demo for called Ire, and it takes place in 1986. So all the tech is from that era in there. You're trapped, you're in the Bermuda Triangle and trapped in a terrifying loop with a monster. So you have to stay one step ahead of it to survive and uncover the truth. So I just downloaded this and just started playing it. I am a baby when it comes to playing these sorts of games.
I can't play.
Yeah, I that new one that Kojima's doing, I can't. There's just no way I will be able to play that. But this one looks really, really cool. And then actually, two others real quick. I wanted to show you this one, of course, the Atari 50th collection. The Namco Legendary Pack is coming out
for
the end of the year. So you're going to get the Namco Pack.
Xevious. I know those games.
Yeah. Oh, yes, right. And this collection is just probably one of the, it is the greatest collection I've ever seen, right, of retro content. Of course, it's coming from Digital Eclipse, Mike Micah, Chris Charla, Tom Russo, the whole crew over there doing all this stuff. Amazing. But then the last one, this game, I don't even know how you pronounce it. Effulgence RPG. All of the graphics are ASCII characters. Look at that.
No, that's awesome.
I mean, the art alone just sold me on it, period, right? So yeah, I can't wait to go ahead and dig into this more. So anyway, those are the things that I've been checking out. What have you guys been playing? Dean, what have you been playing, buddy?
Well, I played a bit of Keeper, which was debuting today, and then also playing a fair amount of Battlefield 6 as well, multiplayer. And I did finish Ghost of Yotei, and that was pretty awesome.
Oh, nice job.
Yeah.
I am currently 50 hours into Ghost of Yotei, and
Wow.
I think I've just killed the third of the 6. So I got a long way to go. It's astonishing.
Yeah.
It's the best open world game since Red Dead Redemption 2 in terms of embracing you into the world and making you want to just like live in it. I mean, I don't care about the main storyline at all. I'm just living in the world. It's great.
That's cool.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, same but too difficult. This is just, stick it on easy and even I can play it, which is great.
There you go. Awesome. I haven't even started the game yet. I just have not had any time.
Absolutely stunning.
More to play. How about you, Mark? What are you up to?
I'm not even going to attempt to come up with a game this week because, I'm in a hole. It is a non-gaming week for me.
It is a non-gaming week, but you did unearth a piece from your gaming past that you
That's
showed
true.
me.
No, that has been pretty awesome. Yeah, I found the original Pong console that I played as a kid when I was 7 or something. What the heck was it called? It was called what was it? Do you remember, Chris? Wonder Wizard or something?
Yeah, it was something like that. One of those. Yeah, let me see if I can find that.
Yeah, Wonder Wizard.
So you found it in the loft, doesn't it?
I found it in my parents' closet.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
There's the Wonder Wizard.
There it is. Yeah, that's totally it. Yep. One of the switches is like broken off underneath, and I need to like put it back together. And it has a little RF, switch, channel 2, channel 3, and it's pretty amazing. So I should try to get that running, but first I gotta get the dust out of it.
Yeah, Wonder Wizard by General Home Products.
Yeah, General Home Products, high quality. Probably came from Sears.
General Home Products.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you guys remember all the developers that were at GHP. GHP launched a bunch of our best.
Yeah, coming just as soon as the Pac-Man edition Atari 2600 is done, then and the ColecoVision, then they're gonna go and make this Wonder Wizard.
Oh,
with the
maybe.
most generic company name ever.
I know, right? General product. Awesome.
Awesome. Oh my goodness, man! I can't believe we already wrapped right up to the end of the hour. Yeah, this is great. Richard, want to thank you so much, buddy, for joining us today. It's always awesome to see you. And thanks to Dean and to Mark. Susan, we're sorry we missed you, but I hope we'll see you next time.
She was in the chat.
What's that?
She came into the chat to say
Yep.
she was sorry.
Yes.
Oh,
And somebody said, I knew Dean always had the best fans. And I was like, that is some good wordplay. That is some good wordplay. For
Not his
sure.
fault he can't make the fans be quiet.
No. I get it. I get it.
90 machine that you're complaining about the fans. It is a very low level of noise compared to the gigantic thing that it's sitting upon. That was a 4090 machine. Yeah.
See, but it's now what? Is now a dual 5090?
Not a dual.
But
It's single.
the good news is Dean can go and watch the recording of this, and so you can listen to what his fans.
That's okay. Dean, you do what Dean needs to do. Not a problem at all. And with that, everybody, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Have a great rest of your day. Have an awesome weekend. Tell your friends about the program. And we're on YouTube and Twitch and LinkedIn simultaneously. If you have any suggestions for us, things we could be doing better, things you want to see, go ahead and let us know. And that's it. Thanks, everybody. Have a great, like I said, rest of your day and awesome weekend. We'll see you all next week on Boss Rush. Bye.